It's against the law to not wear a mask.
It's against the law to prohibit me from getting some fresh air. I have a
Order
medical clearance.
Order
Get your
outside.
cameras off my face because I have your camera too.
I have your camera too.
Okay,
So don't worry about it, Karen.
We don't know that you have that or
You
not.
are not obligated to issue my medical clearance to prove a violation. Can I just get my soul salad and leave? You're making this into a bigger deal than it needs to be.
Since I don't know the law and I'm not legal, I'm not.
I told you the law.
You told me the law, but I don't know.
Get your camera off my face!
When you're yelling at us, and you know, that's your hostile
Give
towards
me my
us.
food. I can't. I'm on a lunch break.
You want to talk to our manager because
Yes.
you're yelling at us and
I'm yelling at him to get his camera off.
you just yelled at me.
Serve my food, please. Get on my face.
Y'all should call the police. Do you all call the police when this happens?
You're very hostile.
Really? Maybe they should call the.
Over there refusing to serve me. What do you want me to do?
Is that y'all security guard? He don't seem like he really. You should go tell him, cause like she don't seem like she.
Legal terms and stuff that we don't know. So we've asked for manager to come over here.
That's fine.
There's no medical clearance like yesterday. No, there is not. Just because you're wearing a nurse uniform, it doesn't give you the right.
Exactly.
Just because you're wearing that, it doesn't give you the right. I'm sorry.
You also get your security guard.
There's your tea with salad. Goodbye.
I'm sorry?
This store manager that's front of the store doesn't
Okay.
have to
I will talk to your store manager.
You just yelled at all of us.
That's fine.
And every single person here.
Wow. So entitled. People are crazy.
How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Pretty OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real talk, true season. Now, I just wanted to break it down and show you a quick clip of that woman. Now, my whole thing is, who's in the wrong? The woman or everybody else? Now, I know a majority of people that say the woman was in the wrong, acting very aggressive. She was acting bougie. First and foremost, don't put the camera in my face. Second of all, why are you getting involved in people's business? We love being the patrol, innit? Like, patrol police. You wanna, oh, look at you. You haven't got your mask on. It's the law to wear the mask. You're the one that's run by fear, though. She cannot breathe. Come on, no, guys, come on, let's keep it real. How much of us have got on the train, put the mask on, and you can't breathe? I'm just being honest, you can't breathe. So it's restricting her breathing, it's restricting your breath, and then if anybody's got asthma or heart problems or anything like that, what do you think that's going to cause? More damage. When people are saying, oh, it stops the COVID and rare, like, if you are healthy and there is nothing wrong with you, on a normal day-to-day basis, would you take something to see if you're okay? If you're okay. Say, for instance, if you're okay, are you just going to randomly take some Lemsip? Or Calpol? Or cough mixture? Or paracetamol? Are you going to take a paracetamol when you have no headache? Because that's what we're doing with Corona. That's what we're doing in COVID. We're taking it, or we're trying to get tested on some basis of, oh, but I might have it and we can give it each other and now it's 6 people and all the rest of it. It doesn't make any sense. Like the guy said, forget the distancing and hug. Forget the mask and smile. We need nature just as much as nature needs us, and I don't understand why they are telling us to stay away from it. The earth, the nature, everything around us gives us all the elements that we need to live and have a healthy life. Whether that's water, whether that's plants, whether that's the earth, whether that's the soil, whether that's the sunlight, whether that's rain, dark, night. It all plays a part on the reasons why we are here. We are made up of atoms. We are made up of electrical particles. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? So what do you think if you put something into a computer, which is a magnet, which is a chip, which is a microchip and all the kind of rest of it, and there's electricity in there, the computer does what? It turns on, it runs. So as human beings, what do you think we are? So when that microchip goes inside us, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to turn on. Because we're run through electric currents. How much times have you touched someone and got electric shock? This is just basic, guys. Basic. We're going to break it down today. This is just basic. Before I move on, take a look at this. Just take a look at this. And my man breaks it down. So this is for the non-conspiracies. Fix up, understand, and wake up to the whole understanding of you think there's a real COVID, but there is no COVID. Where is he? When was the last time you saw COVID? When was the last time you saw any of these diseases in a sense of it's man-made? How can you have a cure to a virus you don't even know what it is? How can you say that we're going to go on lockdown before we've gone on lockdown? How do you know we're going to upscale on cases? How do you know more people are going to die? How do you know these things? Oh, because of the research and the data and rare. No, because you're pushing the vaccine and you're pushing the fear onto everyone to make everyone believe there's a lot more people dying than that they are. There's probably just standard amount of people dying just from normal flu, not being able to get to the hospital, bad care homes, you know the ones there, bad social workers, bad doctors. Let's keep it real. We're trying to go on like none of these guys are human. Bad doctors. Some of these are, yeah? Bad doctors doing bad practices and we have to believe in them because they're doctors. What? You're nuts. I'm not believing in none of you. Get out of there. Do me a favor. I'm not involved. We need to take it back to that love. We need to take it back to that blessing. I'm seeing so many people taking it out of proportion with the mask. You can't do that. You can't say that. Why do you think they're doing that? That's the reasons why they're going to get rid of money. Oh, money's dirty. Money's dirty. And everyone's like, no, it makes sense. And contactless and rare. They already got you. They already got you sucked into the spin. Because they want one new world order. Because if they get one new world order, it's one currency. If we're talking about the trading markets, if we're talking about the financial trading markets and how people trade in dollars, in pounds, in euros, it's long. They don't like it. Sometimes America don't feel like they're getting the best for their buck. Sometimes Great Britain don't think they're getting the best for their buck. And that's the reasons why the financial market works the way it works. They just want it to be one rule, one economy, one system, one money, one chain. If we take the money out of the system, then it's very easy to throw numbers around. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If I had 10,000 cash, that is £10,000 cash. But if there was only 10,000 in my bank that just said 10,000 in my bank, it's easy just to type that in. It's numbers. So the fluctuation of them realizing and saying, money's costing too much to make. And then people sit there and be like, why don't they make more money? Why would you make more money when there's more money out on the streets than actually coming back in? So it all works out, guys. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? On the reasons why they're doing what they're doing. But once you eliminate money, then you don't know the real aspects, the real value of money now. Because the reason why money came involved, because we had gold back in the day. And we used to trade by gold, silver, whatever you had. If a man had rice and next man had an apple, man was trading. That's how business was done. But then someone was like, nah. This £5 is equivalent to what I believe, you know, a bag of potatoes, some rice, tomatoes, a bottle of water, rare. That is equivalent to a fiver. £5, £1, 50p. These are how all these kind of things came about. But before it was just a trade. Before it was like, I don't care how much it is. I need that. We only traded and took what we needed and what we wanted. So these are the kind of things of taking it back to the basics. But when you understand the financial structure, when you understand what these guys are doing, which they're sick, they're nasty, they don't care about us, yeah? This is all a game. And once they do this final piece of the puzzle, I'm telling you guys, it's over. It's already over, but it's over. This last piece of the puzzle, then it's over. It's a wrap. So it is up to us to make sure that we're standing up for us. It is up to us to make sure that we're thinking about certain things like this, because we don't read into it. We just think it's a joke. We think it's a game. But then you want to walk down the street and wear a mask and say someone else is in the wrong. Look at what we're doing. 8 months ago, 9 months ago, if someone walked into a shop or establishment with a mask, you would look at them like they're crazy. You would look at them like they're a thug. You would look at them like they're a criminal. Innocent people doing innocent things that we would do on a normal day-to-day basis is now seen as crazy. Do you see what they're doing? You see how much they're segregating us. You see how much that they're putting our families against us. They're putting our friends against us. They're putting loved ones against us. Oh, you're not listening. They've even got my mum wrapped a little bit. Oh, only 6 people in the group. And shut up, 6 people, nothing. But then you start throwing threats around you. Not even threats, but then you start throwing things like, oh, we're going to give you a fine. We're going to prosecute you. Wow. Is this what you're doing? Is this how much you're taking away my rights? And now check out this picture as well. Yeah, curfew. Forgot to tell you that one. Curfew now, guys. Curfew's coming soon. 10 o'clock ban. You're on curfew. If you ain't a certain age doing certain things, yeah, lock off the roads. This is a whole fear tact, fear mongering, because when 2020 comes and goes, it's the 2021 that they've really been building for. You think this year they'd be like, oh my God, they're doing so much. This was just preparation. 2021. That's when that's when you're gonna see everything. Because we feel like we're hitting the crunch now. We actually think that 2021, we're gonna go back to some normality. We're gonna go back to work normally. We're gonna be going out raving. We're gonna be doing, that's it. The way we've been living now, and the best thing about it, they look at us like, bro, you look like adapted to it way more quicker than you thought you was gonna adapt to it. So now the fact that they know that you can do it, work from home, now that they know that you can social distance, now that they know that you can apply to the rules and regulations on what they're saying, pulling the blanket and the wool over our eyes, next year, that's life now. Next year, it's mandatory, it's standard. Next year, you wouldn't even bat our eyelid. I guarantee you, next year, you'll start walking into the shop with your mask on. You wouldn't bat our eyelid. Next year, when money's gone, you won't bat an eyelid because you're already used to it. Next year, you start seeing all these 5G towers coming back up. You won't bat an eyelid because now you're used to it. You're becoming a part of custom to the norm. And this is the reasons why I say I unplug myself. This is the reasons why I say I'm happy, I'm free. No one can't stop me from talking, you know. Can't stop me from talking, you know. I keep it real, I keep it raw, I keep it authentic. I go out every single day and I'm breathing in that fresh air, and I'm breathing in that love, and I'm breathing in that energy, and I'm seeing the trees and everything. I'm like, thank you, tree. Thank you for giving me oxygen. I see that sunlight kissing my skin, giving me that melanin, giving me my vitamins. I say, thank you, sun. But you're telling me to stay out of it. You're telling me close my windows. You're telling me be careful of neighbors, be careful of humans. When was the last time that they even said in the test, like the guy even said, the last time they tested humans and human was giving humans human stuff? No. Cow disease and all these kind of stuff on man-made things when they shouldn't be troubling things. They shouldn't be doing things. Ill-treating animals, and this is the reason why we was getting diseases and rare, because you're not letting them run and wild and do what they're meant to be doing. This is how sick and brainwashed we are. They took away seedless grapes. Yeah, we didn't care about that one. They just done it. And then they tell us, yeah, it's modified. There, it's genetic. There, we made it. And we still yam them like it's our 5 a day. Imagine that. Imagine you eat grapes thinking that you're having your 5 a day. But how is it your 5 a day if they took out all the nutrients? How can they say an apple, pear, orange, all these things are your 5 a day, but they've already took the nutrition out of it? They don't even harvest it the way they harvest it anymore. Come on, guys, man, wake up. And if you're going to sit there and believe that, okay, there's going to be some part of this, it's going to work out in our favor, I embrace it. For me, I don't care. You know why? Because I've already programmed myself to understand the connotations on the way the world runs. I understand the way the system is working. I understand what is it going to take for other people to wake up. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a miracle. Because you know why? You've been breaded. You've been planted in so long. You've been plugged in for so long. You've been fearful for so long. You've been watching them for so long. You've been relying on them for so long that you don't even know how to do it yourself. You've been relying on them for so long that you don't even know how to do things yourself. When was the last time you fought for yourself? Really? When was the last time you actually go out and actually cooked and prepared a meal and you got all the ingredients and you knew exactly what was in there? When was the last time you took the time out to really understand your financial structure? When was the last time that you sat down and had a phone book and writ numbers in the phone book? You don't need none of that. Why? Because I got a phone, Chris. I don't need to go around to all these shops. I've got Tesco's and I get it delivered from home. And even now, they even prepare and make the meals for me. I don't need to worry about knowledge and reading books because I've got Kindle and I've got Press Play and Rewind. So I'm not going to go to the library. I'm not going to pick up a book. I've got so many things that I'm enabled and have the access to but at the same time, don't utilize it when you need to utilize it. Imagine that, guys. Think about it. We have all the access to all the information, but don't utilize the information that we have the access to. We watch, we follow, we hope and pray that someone else is going to not only research, not only discover, not only look, not only break down, but find the answer, find the cure, and then give it to you. Hear what I'm saying? Do you see the kind of breakdown on how ignorant we are when we look around like, well, what do I do? We are frightened, we are scared to take our own life into our hands. We are frightened, we are scared because we actually believe that if we took the step out, we will never be able to maintain, to sustain financially, physically, mentally, health. Nah, I need the government, I need the system, I need this process. But if you think about everything that you have in your life right now, everything that you have in your life right now, other than the basics, I'm talking about somewhere to sleep, food, being able to wash, and having certain conditions where you can see if you need to write and read. Apart from them basic things, tell me in your life, what do you really need right now? And if it went, ask yourself, why would you want it back? Think about it. If you have the basics of what you need to survive, to live, and you wasn't able to have the luxuries that we have, why would you miss it, and why would you be upset that you miss it? Think about what I'm asking you. Think about how deep I'm trying to take your mind. Think about how deep and shallow we really, really, really are, because we sit there and say, no, but I need this and I need this and I need this and I need this and why? And a lot of you are going to be like, you know what? I don't even know why. I don't even know why I need a 16-inch stream TV. I don't even know why I need the best iPhone. I don't even know why I need the best car. I don't know why I need them things, but I've got them things around me and I hardly ever use them. How big do you need your TV like you can't see? How fast do you need your mobile like your mobile's not fast? You need your car for A to B, but you're driving a car that has got the 200 horsepower and all the rest of it, but it's 20-mile-an-hour roads. My question to you is the why. Why do you feel that this is something that we believe is what we believe is life? You look around your house and your house is built up with material things. It's not built up with anything apart from bricks, water, frame, TV, sofa. These are all material things that the government tell you that you need, or the society tell you that you need, or society tells you that you want. But the basics is already really meant to give it to you. Water is meant to be for free. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Light comes for free. Nighttime, darkness comes for free. The earth gives you plants, food. Does that for free. So a lot of the things that we are paying for is a lot of the things that we actually don't need, because that's not what we're living to sustain ourselves. We're paying for things that have no relevance and no meaning. We pay water rates. We pay rent, tax, TV license, phone bill, Sky bill, gas bill, electric. But look at all the components that I'm telling you guys that they don't own it. So it's funny how water is free, we just pay for the plastic. Mad. Watch this. We pay water rates and we go to the shop and pay for water. But water is free. You can't own water. Nobody doesn't own water. But Evian owns that plastic bottle that they put the water in. That's how they make their money. They don't own electricity. Electricity is harnessed It's generated. But they say, okay, we don't own electricity, but we definitely own all the meters and we definitely own all the power sources within your house. So you're going to need to use us to get your electricity, but electricity is free. Solar panels. You know, some people are allowed to buy solar panels in different countries and everything. In England, they're talking about you have to rent it because, you know, they don't want to be able to give you something that now, where do we get our money from? TV license. Pay for BBC and all the rest of these corporations to put out fake news. Imagine that. They're charging us to put out fake news. And then also, when they're putting out this fake news and putting out their stupid little channels, they say, we don't give you adverts. We don't care, give us adverts then. Like ITV and Channel 5. But it's funny how we pay TV license, but Sky still takes my £65. But don't Sky pay TV license? And if I'm paying Sky as a provider, why don't Sky pay a bit of, like, why ain't my TV license in with the Sky bill? Why do I have to pay TV license, Sky bill? Everyone's taking money from you. For what reason? And you told me that you're for me? You told me that you work for me? You told me that the system is for me? You told me that the news and everything, the newspapers and everything that you put out is for me? That you are a justice and rightful system, and Chris, we're going to let you know about the wrongs and the rights and the do's and the don'ts and the good and the bad. But you lie. You scare us. You portray us as animals. And the only people that always feel the crunch is the 99%. It's the working class. It's the people that actually really, really have to go out in the front line. It's the people that are really, really suffering when they're doing their jobs. No one ain't feeling that pain. No one ain't feeling that crunch when there's a single mother with 4 kids. Don't know how she's going to feed them. For the first time in her life, she had to go to a food bank. We ain't thinking about these kind of things. We don't care. It's not irrelevant to my life until it's irrelevant to my life. No one doesn't care about knife crime until someone gets stabbed in their family, and then now we care about knife crime. I was speaking to someone today and they were saying to me, Chris, man, you know, like, this needs to stop, the gangs, the wars and rest of it. And I said it on my post already, it's not going to stop. And I would love to tell you the truth, guys. I would love to be like, it is going to stop. But this is the truth. The truth is it's not. There's no money in stopping it. I'm not going to lie. I've spoke to all these people and they don't like me for saying it. Sadiq Khan, all of you guys, I'm at your neck, at your throat. Lib from criminal justice system, all of you guys do not want it to stop, because if it stops, you don't have a job. Facts. If crime stops tomorrow, you lot all don't have a job. How you lot all paying your mortgages? How you lot all paying your bills? So they thrive off the fact that there's drugs and crime and criminals within our world, within our community, within our system, because that's the way the system is run. It's corrupt. If you owned a hotel and your hotel was empty, eventually you will go bankrupt. So you say you want to empty your prisons, but is there any method of emptying that prison? Because if you empty that prison, the prison will go bankrupt. That means every single staff that works in that prison is no longer in job. So it's in my best interest to keep people coming in and out of that system, because that means I can pay for my security, I can pay for the police officers, I can pay for the guards. If we stop crime tomorrow, there will be no police force. That doesn't make sense. How much police force is that at? How much cars do we have to pay for? How much police stations do we have to pay for? How much police officers do we have to pay for? There's money within crime. If there's no crime, there's no judges, there's no lawyers. When I showed you guys a video a couple of days ago of a young person being stabbed, on one side, one mother's crying. On the other side, someone's profiting off her pain. Facts. She's got to go to a funeral parlor and spend grands of money burying her child before her. And the system says, we are really, really sorry for your loss. We really, really are sorry. We're deeply, deeply sorry. We send the condolences out to the family. You know, we are going to find this person. We're gonna prosecute them. So that's why sometimes I used to sit there and feel like police don't want to solve the cases. Of course they bloody do. If they solve the case and put this guy in prison, they're getting money for that. They're win-win situations. If the kid doesn't get stabbed, they go on like, oh, well, we didn't want him to get stabbed, so it's fantastic. We can push it through another program. We can kick them out of school and put them in a people referral unit. We can tell them that they've got mental health. Let's flood more drugs and more weed on the streets, because we keep going on like to say all these young kids that are selling weed and selling drugs like they're big kingpins. Like when we talk about Al Pacino and Scarface and the Craigs and all these kind of names, wasn't they big timers? And 100% of 90% of the time, none of them was black. But we try and go on like it's a black thing. It's a black thing of, yeah, they sell drugs and then. But we know bare upper class rich people sniffing their nose off. Remember that actress from EastEnders that sniffed her whole nose away? No one don't say nothing. Do you know much actors? You know much politicians? You know much people that is in power that are just sniffing it all up their nose? Yeah, pills, MDMA, ketamine, the whole bloody lot. Didn't we hear about was it Deck or one of them lot crashed their car? Reckless on some drink driving thing. But we claim that they're amazing, and it only happens in these demographics. It only happens in these bad areas. It only happens in the areas where it's most worse. But it's funny how a lot of people can see that they smoke drugs, they take drugs, they do all these kind of things, but they're not affected by the big drugs. Why? Because they put crack in our community and cocaine in theirs. Because cocaine is a little bit more upper class, and crack was to demoralize and break down the black community, which they did it very well. Black man's out of the home, man's crackhead, man's this, teething, that, there. Before you know it, we don't have no substance, we don't have no businesses, we don't have no opportunities, we don't have no bricklayers, we don't have no carpenters, we don't have, like we used to have all of these sectors on Smash. Now we don't have that. Now all of a sudden, once again, we're still playing catch up because we don't understand the financial structure that puts the burden on us. But we must sit there and be like, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir. I am sick or tired of giving out certain issues or certain things and people saying, you're amazing, you're amazing. You give them the price and they don't want to pay the price like it's coming out of your pocket. Like you're not getting paid this month. But people looking at me, oh, well, Chris, that's a little bit expensive, rare. Okay, so how am I feeding? How am I paying my bills? How am I moving forward? But no one cares about that. No one cares about you. All we care about is how do we get to the next step? How do we get to the next level? And this is the reasons why I'm saying, guys, the crunch is coming. And the time is coming for us to really mobilize and start really switching on. Yeah? Really switching on now and start looking at yourself. Plug yourself out. Start being unapologetic. Start questioning everything that you hear and everything you do. Be at their throat. Be at people's neck. Whether it's your manager, whether it's your friend, whether it's a boss. I don't care. Be unapologetic. And see how good you feel by doing that. See how good you feel when I walk with my head up high. I feel so proud. I feel so amazing. I feel so beautiful. I feel so powerful. No one can't stop my shine. I don't need to hear what you've got to say. I already know who I am. I am unfearful and unapologetically doing me. So if you don't like it, then stay on that side of the fence. But for the people that do want to break free, for the people that do know that there is hope, for the people that are still looking at love, humanity, for the people that still see people for people, I see you. I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. Because you're the true ones that's going to really be the ones that we are going to be the crunch of it. We are going to be the testament of time. We are going to be the ones that really go down in history and bring back the basics of the formality of what the world should be. Because the world is corrupt, the world is mad, the world is spinning, the world is turned, the world is flat, the world is round. It's all a bit mad. So I'm just bringing it back to that solidness of I love thy other. I love my sister. I love my brother. I love my neighbor. If we can just get back to that raw substance, guys, that raw basic substance of us just seeing each other and where we should be each other. We are all the same. We all came in the same and we're all going the same. It doesn't matter what status, how much money you got, what level you're at, what car you got, what house you got. You came in just like me from your mother and you're going to go by yourself. Facts, facts, facts.
Welcome to Big Sis, a new platform to support women and young girls in our community. We offer an online service for all women and young girls who need some love and support from their big sis. We are here to listen and support you, encourage and help you no matter what your situation. We will also be live every Wednesday from 8 PM to 10 PM via Instagram. If you need to reach out, just send us a direct message and Big Sis will get back to you. If you need our support, please click the link below or email unite@weareunapologetic.co.uk. Make sure you put Big Sis in the subject line and a Big Sis will get back to you within 24 hours.